So the weekend is done. I had the amazing opportunity to come to Beachbody Leadership, and I'm in the company of the top 0.08%, less than 1% of Beachbody. And this trip was a goal of mine as soon as I'd heard about it, because I did make the switch and became a full-time Beachbody coach. I left an amazing position with amazing people in an amazing industry. I'm still part of the industry, and I may have left that position, but it's still in my heart. And it's in my heart in the way that there's a lot of us on different types of journeys. And most women like myself who are plus size, if you ask us, the goal typically, well, weight loss does play a role. The goal isn't about losing weight. A lot of times if you ask us, what we really want is to feel healthy, to have more energy, to be able to run after our kids. And when I first signed up to become a Beachbody coach, I was 300 pounds, and I wanted nothing to do with the business. I wanted nothing to do with Shakeology. I wanted nothing to do with anything. And that was a year ago. And it actually hasn't even been a full year since I've been a Beachbody coach. And now I sit here today, invited to be in this environment, in this amazing place in Dana Point, California, to be with other coaches that share the same philosophies that I do, in the sense that they're all about helping, they're all about sharing, and it's about the people they work with and not about them. And I keep waiting to see that underbelly to show up, and I always say this, I keep waiting, and every time I come to an event like this, it just solidifies. It comes from the CEO down to the coaches. The culture of the organization is about giving and helping. I have so many takeaways from this weekend, but for me, I knew that being in this environment of super successful coaches would help me refine what I need to do to help other people better, to be a better coach to other people. Not only did I get to hear from the CEO and many other coaches, I'm here with a fellow coach, Mary, and she brought up a good point. You know, listening to Doug Fitzgerald talk and about how he reinvented ourselves, and I think that really drives home, because we do need to reinvent ourselves often. I reinvented myself this past year, and I'm reinventing myself again, and you're still your authentic self. I think that as we're on this journey, we just keep refining and tuning, and who do we ultimately want to become? And I felt like that's what this trip did for me. It showed me that, one, I'm on the right path, two, I'm in a culture that speaks to me. I'm with a company that I believe in, that follows the same ethics and beliefs that I do in business, and that there is no size for this, that over 300 pounds when I signed up, that fit has no size, and the business side of this has no size, because it's about the progress, it's about the journey, it's about always bettering yourself, really mind, body, and spirit. And as I stood there as one of the bigger women in the room, I was without judgment, I was in complete comfort, and I think as much as those around me inspired me, I'm gonna guess I probably played a role in inspiring them that what is possible. Again, I have so many takeaways from this, and for me, it's really solidified what my next year is going to look like, not only in my own personal journey and my own personal growth, but also in my business growth, because I love that fitness was a part of my life, and now I've worked my life around fitness. And I get to help so many other people in their journey. So I think for me, that's the biggest thing. For me, the takeaway was the whole aha moment of, yes, you're on the right path, that it was confirmed for me. And I needed that confirmation, and it needed to come authentically to me, and it did. So that's, you know, for other coaches out there, and for the crew, or for people who are thinking about becoming coaches, you know on the inside if it's right for you, and it might not be that first day that you sign up, but you see that culture and you become a part of it, and then it becomes a part of your journey. So to fellow crew coaches or other coaches out there, if you haven't experienced leadership yet, I highly recommend it. I highly recommend duplicating the efforts that are out there and listening to, you know, Jimmy Hayes Nelson, getting on the Monday night calls and the Monday morning calls, even if it's listening to the recording, because all I've done is duplicate what the other successful coaches are doing, whether it's the Monday calls, the daily the 3 vital behaviors, things like that. Exactly what they say to do. If you duplicate those efforts, you can be successful in this too. And it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what size you are, and it doesn't matter how ripped your abs are. If they're ripped, good for you. And if they're not, share that with others. And trust me, you can be here too. So it was fantastic, and thank you so much for this opportunity.